top in the building again. My we never ran down there. Thought that had.
A moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Houston Texans. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Soldier Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked. Down at the 21-yard line. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Ran, tuck. Right, 80. Blue. Lock in.
Now Cohen. That he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And he said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Gotta go, gotta go. Good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. To throw is Watson. Being chased out left. That is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Come back, come back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch there for Thomas. It's a 1st down. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now it's Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head. Not trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Watson. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a first down throw. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Richmond.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good. Good little gain. To throw on second is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On third down, Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Richmond.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let them get to
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, gotta go. Red, up. Red, up. Hey, gotta go.
They run. This is Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Red, up. Set up. 180. Blue.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Spit up. 180. Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel from 4 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3rd and 2, Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the gun, here's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set up. 180. Hey, gotta go. Yep.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Parkey with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Watson looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Watson now to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. Now Trubisky on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Gotta go.
Now Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think that they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On first down, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Still fighting for more. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. On first down, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game.